Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. So, I have not officially played too much into this game. I did test it just to see and make sure that everything would work for the stream tonight. But overall, I haven't actually delved too deep into the story. So we pretty much just got through the first opening scene and whatnot. We are going to start a new game for this. We do have all of the expansions for this. I'm not entirely sure how deep into the expansions we will get, but we'll see how it goes. This is my first time playing Pillars of Eternity game. I did not play Pillars of Eternity 1, but I did understand, as I understand it, this is a continuation from Pillars of Eternity 1. So we'll go ahead and see what happens. So we'll go ahead and start a new game. I don't know. So I tested this in real time with pause, which is pretty much how, if you play Tyranny or things like that, how that kind of goes. But I also I understand turn-based mode, and I like turn-based games, so I'm not too sure. I know the game was it was made to play with real time with pause, and then they added in turn-based mode. So I guess we'll turn-based this time and see how that works. We are going to do Path of the Doomed because this is OP Gaming, and of course, any of the games that we do, of course, we're playing an OP character. So pretty much, and there was no way for me to pull the character that I made in the original testing into another save file. So I do have to go through and I guess remake my person or my character with all of the added things that we've added in. So that will take some time. I'll try and make it as quick as possible. Plus, we're gonna change up a few things. But with that, we will do Path of the Damned. We are going to do the level scaling just because we're playing an OP character, so there's no reason not to do level scaling. And we have this gameplay modification for Barath's Blessing, which is an optional feature that lets you unlock bonuses as you gain achievements. I'm not entirely sure what that does, but we'll give it a try and see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and start the game. And we're not going to skip the intro just in case anyone wants to see the intro of the game. Oh, I would like to mention we did add a couple mods into the game as well. I'm not sure if I can show that from just the regular screen, but I'll be sure to
Aora, a world where mortals live,
let you know what they are.
and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood, a nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god. In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a watcher. One who can see and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
Maybe that story. You're fixing up that old keep, lifting the curse.
Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. That maybe the gods weren't finished with us. I used to dream that when my god came back, he would forgive us. That's the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
And so you wake to a sleepless world, the in-between of life and death.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started.
You have been here before.
All right, so it looks like we're going to follow our memories. I believe this is part of the memories from the first game.
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and the watcher will stay.
A watcher sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
What is a god? A higher power, a rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked.
The gods aren't real, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do. The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come. aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage. You can see his smile coming before it blows, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved, merry-go-round, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
All right, let's go.
Sit, please. Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua. The gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in.
All right, so Cadnua was a Deerwooden castle built over the ruins of the endless past of Adnua. Considered cursed, few ventured into its halls, and even fewer made any effort to hold the castle or the lands around it. We became the de facto lord of the castle after defeating its previous master, the Watcher called Mayorwald. As the Watcher of Cadnua, you ruled the stronghold until it was destroyed by Eothas. The god of light occupied the Adra body of Meros Nua beneath the castle and pulled himself out of the ground, destroying it in the process. Okay.
A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times. She is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours. Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
All right, so this is the choosing your legacy screen. So if we had played Pillars of Eternity 1, then we would be able to import our save into this. Because we didn't, you get a few different choices of what your back history was. So we have Benevolent Soul, which in Pillars of Eternity you return the lost Hollowborn souls to the Deerwood's children as you have pledged to Hylia. You are kind and merciful to people you encountered, sympathetic to their pain, and charitable to those who needed help. We also have Fair and Balanced, which we return the lost Hollowborn souls to the wheel, as we have pledged to Barath, who is, I believe, who we're speaking to right now. Most other choices were judicious and balanced, tempered by rational thought and fairness rather than sympathy or emotion. And then we have Survival of the Fittest. So we used the souls of the Hollowborn to strengthen the Deerwood, as we had pledged to Gallowayne. Most other choices were made to strengthen me and my allies while punishing and weakening our enemies. We also have Dark Times, which would consign the souls of the Hollowborn to oblivion, as we have pledged to Rimgrand. We left awake a physical destruction and spiritual annihilation wherever we went, seeking to bring a final end to all things. And then we have Keeper of Secrets. And this is where we pledge to consign the souls of the Hollowborn to oblivion, as Rimgrand requested, but we ultimately gave the souls to Odika. We supported maintaining the god's secrets as well as our own. And then we have Everything Bad, which we did everything wrong. We pledged to do the bidding of every god and then scattered the souls of the Hollowborn to a random location. We got every companion killed. We got the worst outcome for every quest. If there is a mistake we could have made while still resolving the Hollowborn crisis, we made it. Not suggested for new players. Um, I started When I did my testing, I had first did the, I want to say, fair and balanced, and then I did a second testing of everything bad. That one we didn't go too far into. I just wanted to make sure everything was still working again. But I think for this playthrough, we're going to do Keeper of Secrets. So we pledged to consign the souls to the Hollowborn, and then it looks like we double crossed someone and gave them to Wodika. So the Hollowborn is an infant born without a soul, and I believe as watchers we're able to see all of these souls. Um, and I'm assuming because they were born without a soul that the soul is just there. I assume. I honestly don't know how this works just yet. But Rimgrand is the god of entropy, cold, winter, bad luck, famine, and natural disasters. Manifests as a giant albino orcus moving amidst a great blizzard, and in the plodding footsteps of Rimgrand come death and disintegration. And then we have Wodika, which is the goddess of justice, law, oaths, promises, rulership, vengeance, memory, and hierarchies. Depicted as an old noblewoman bearing a broken crown upon her head, said to have once ruled over the other gods but has since been overthrown. And we supported maintaining the god's secrets as well as our own. So we'll go ahead and use this um, history.
Does everything appear to be in order? Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Vera. One half, anyway. She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge. The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction. Tell me, do you remember when we last met? She places a card on the table showing a tall tower. The gods' constellations are arrayed around it in the sky. You remember now. The Hall of Stars in Twin Oaks, where you spoke with the gods. You came to that tower seeking our aid. You chose to pledge your services to other gods. Still, a pledge unmade stands fairer in this court than a pledge broken. She places a card in the middle of the arrangement. A bell tower with no bell. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table. You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you. The being that occupied Ognua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothas. Of this we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are.
So Ognua is a powerful Ingwithian tyrant. He went mad after the death of his son Meros because he knew there were no gods to ensure he would be properly reincarnated. He dedicated his life to carving a massive statue of his son out of living Adra, with the intention of drawing Meros' soul out of the beyond by force. Ainur was defeated through the efforts of other Ingwithian tyrants who buried him with his work. In later centuries, colonists built a castle over the ruins and named it Katnua, which is what we were controlling. Like the ruins themselves, Katnua was considered cursed. And then Eothas, who looks like who we're hunting right now, is the god of rebirth, redemption, dawn, spring, and light. Traditionally shown as a man bearing a candle and wearing a silver crown, believed to have possessed the body of the Red Saren farmer Waden during the Saints' War and been destroyed along with the Wade Win at the end of the war. He recently reformed his essence in the statue of Meros Nua beneath Katnua. In the process of pulling himself from the endless paths, he destroyed the castle and left the Watcher of Katnua at the brink of death. Okay, so pretty much it looks like um, Bereth, who is the, or at least half of the god I'm speaking to right now, um, they've called me to aid them because they aided me before, and I'm supposed to be following this Eothas uh, because I assume he's not supposed to be among the living. or something like that, and pretty much he just came and brought himself into the living world, destroyed my castle as in the process, and is just up and walking around right now. They don't know what his intentions are, um, so we have to find out.
Though Aether stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between.
Oh, he also stole my soul, or part of my soul. And the in between is the shadow world that souls wander after death on their way to the beyond. It has been described as a hazy landscape. Okay.
You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him.
So we did.
No, but neither is your body truly alive. Your lungs draw breath, your heart pumps blood, but your flesh is as soulless as a hollow bone. That is, until I return you.
Okay.
She delicately places a card upright on the table. The art depicts souls flowing out of a pillar of Audra.
All right. So it looks like we have a few options here. We can ask why we would care, but honestly, he destroyed my castle and killed, I guess, all of the people that I was in charge of. So we'll do what we can to find
I
him.
know. It is my business to know. 322 have Noah enter surrounding lands.
Oh, he killed 322 of our people. That's extreme. Well, that's a lot.
Their souls remain in Aether still. You have the power to save them. Serve me and I will return you to your body. Or don't, and return to the wheel.
Oh, so we get an option to either actually do what she's asking, or I guess returning to the wheel, which I'm assuming would just like end the game. So we'll go ahead and just do what she asks.
Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were, the last whisper of life and death. For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you. When you can picture your own face, the beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
All right. So if we had a character, I'm sorry, let's import a character, our pre-made characters that the game made, or we can start from scratch. We're going to start from scratch. We'll choose a male. We're going to do a human. They have a bunch of different ones here. Um, when I did the testing, I went with human. I mean, we're human. We might as well just go with the humans. We'll see what happens. There's three different sub races within the humans. So we have the metal folk, which come from an ancient civilization in the northern hemisphere and gradually migrated south into the equatorial jungles of Idar over several millennia. They're good at, they have a bonus in construction, dexterity, intellect, and resolve. They also have a fighting spirit. All folk have an indomitable spirit that rises to the challenge when things look grim. We have ocean folk, which originated near the equator at the western edge of the old empires and gradually spread south and east. Ocean folk are the dominant culture in Old Valia and the Valian republics and can be found in most other parts of the world due to the reach of the Valian Trading Company. They have a bonus in Constitution, Dexterity, Intellect, and Resolve. They also have the Fighting Spirit. And then we have the Savannah folk. The Savannah folk come originally from just south of the equator, north of the Eastern Reach. They have largely remained in the same location for over 10,000 years. The name Natlan literally means original, while quite common in Ixmatil, Redceris, and other countries of the Eastern Reach. They are rare in the Old Empires and Deadfire archipelago. Archipelago. Wow, I cannot pronounce that right now. Weird. Okay. And they have all of the same things. We're going to do the Savannah Folk. I like them. Okay, so single class characters are entirely focused on their chosen class. They gain access to higher level powers more quickly. And then we have multi class characters, which can select from powers from two classes, but gain access to higher level powers more slowly and cannot access their class's highest level powers. Multi class characters are not recommended for new players. So I did a play, or I did a testing of the um, I did a testing for single class and multi class. I do like the single class. I think that because it allows you to access your higher level skills or higher level powers, it's going to be more beneficial. Multi class does make sense, but because of the playthrough that we're doing, um, and just because we're going to be an OP character anyway, single class will work for us. So these are our different classes that we have. We are going to be a wizard because I like the spells. Um, yeah, so excuse me, each of the skills has a different resource that it uses. So all of these different classes have a resource that the game will actually talk about later on in one of the tutorials. But what I gather is pretty much the arcane spells. You get a limited number of uses while you're in combat. So you still get a melee attack, but then on top of that, you also have um, like special spells that you can do that we'll learn. And there's also, so our major role is crowd control. And classes that focus on crowd control can inflict heavy damage and negative effects on groups of enemies. And then our minor role is a striker, and strikers are unequaled in their ability to inflict large amounts of damage and crippling afflictions to single targets. So we get a +2 to insight, metaphysics, explosives, arcana, and history. And just to give you a little insight in what the active abilities and the passive abilities look like for a wizard, we will be able to access all of these because we are playing in a single class. If we're doing multi class, I don't know where it would technically stop. Um, but yeah, so we'll go ahead and pick the wizard. And then they have subclasses for the wizard. So they have a conjurer, um, and we wouldn't be able to do evocation and illusion school class spells, but you get increased initiative for wizard spells not of the conjuration school. You'd also gain increased power level with conjuration skills, and pretty much that's the same for all of these. We're not going to do a subclass. We don't get any additional class benefits nor penalties. It's the most balanced of a having access to all of the spells. Pretty much, we don't want to put ourselves into a corner where we're not able to use a spell. And our initial ability. So pretty much our initial ability, we are going to do Jolting Touch. So Jolting Touch is a bolt of electricity, jumps from the caster's fingers to the nearest enemy, and then to the next nearest, causing decreasing amounts of shock damage. So pretty much it's just, it's kind of like Lightning Strike. And one of the mods that we do have in the game gives you more attribute points when you first start. I believe when the game first begins, you get either 15 or 20, and this just bumps it to 30. So pretty much I start all of these at 15. And then we do the important ones For the wizard, we bump an extra one into those. Because we are playing an OP character, once we get out of this beginning screen and we actually get access to our character, he will jump to the highest level in the game, and we'll go through and add all the different all the different skills and attributes that he would need to just run amok in this game. However, with that being said, he will be our only OP character. So, if you haven't played a CRPG before, which this is classified as, um, there are a number of people within your party. So, with that, although he's our OP character, he's overpowered. He is, the max stats, max everything. We'll still have to care about the rest of the people in our party and not get them killed. Um, and being on the hardest difficulty with level scaling, that is going to be a challenge. And wizards don't have a healing option. They can heal themselves, but there is no healing others. I believe that falls into the monk category, if I'm remembering correctly. But anyways, we'll jump in and we'll run through all of that. So then it asks where we are from. So we have Ader, which is the empire, one of the most prominent old empires of the West. It is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. We have the Deadfire Archipelago, which marks the eastern edge of the known world, dominantly populated by island Amuna, or Amala, who make up the tribes of the Huana. The chain of hundreds of islands spans thousands of miles. We have the Ixmatil Plains, which are located north of Redsurus. In the eastern reach, the Ixmatil Plains are a large expanse of fertile savannas that are extensively farmed by its savanna folk and Orland residents. Then we have Old Velia, which is once the crown jewel of the southern seas. The Old Velia is now the crumbled remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations. We have Ralte, maybe? I don't know. A lot of these things I can't pronounce because I've never heard them before. I didn't play the first game, so I don't know how any of these places are pronounced. But it's a powerful naval kingdom of Ralte, and it's dominated by Costa Mala and ruled by Ranganui. Currently the most prosperous of the old empires. It has expanded aggressively into the Deadfire Archipelago to secure natural resources that are scarce in their native storm-torn land. Then we have the Living Lands, is a mountainous region of a large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. And then the White That Wins, a large, cracked southern expanse of polar ice. The White That Wins is home to pale elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtually no plant life grows in the White, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage from the sea or prey upon each to survive. So each of these would give us some type of bonus. Some gives resolve, dexterity, more resolve, intellect, constitution, might, and perception. I kind of like the White That Wins. Maybe it's because I'm able to pronounce it outside of the Living Lands. I don't know. But we're going to go with the White That Wins. It seems like it'll have a cool backstory. So then we have what was our job. There are a ton of jobs here, but we're going to go with marksman. So a marksman, your time has been spent honing the art of archery and ranged combat. We get superior reflexes, Kith Hunter, insight, and stealth. And our available weapons, we have everything from bows and firearms to magical implements, which I believe are wands. And then we have one-handed shields and two-handed. So we're going to go with the wand proficiency. And a proficiency in a weapon or shield grants access to a modal ability for use with the associated item type. These abilities are situational and may be turned on or off to meet the tactical needs of the battle. Great. And now we can design our character. So we'll go with this one. Our colors. In my test playthrough, we went with a red. I think we're going to go with more of a purple this time. And I think a deeper purple. Yeah, I kind of like that one. And I'll put that against a black, I believe. Our skin tone's pretty much fine. And then we'll have black hair and brown eyes. Oops. And then for our head options, we're not that old, so we'll do that. And I kind of like the hair choice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Yeah, so we'll do that one, and then we'll have some facial hair. It looks a bit scruffy there. That's somewhat better. No. We are a wizard, so I guess we could have one of those like wizard beards. But I think we'll go with this one. This one looks fine. And then our voice. So let's listen to all the different voices really quick.
Nothing will slip past me.
After him! Stand together! Let us end this! Charge! No prisoners! I'll teach you a lesson! Onward!
I kind of like the noble voice. And then our poses. So we have the average pose. We have a heroic pose. Hunched. Oh, that's different. Oh. I think we're going to go with stoic. I like it. Alright, and our name is going to be Kim. Alright, and this is pretty much who we are. And this will be us for like all of 10 seconds because then we'll be back pretty much in this, close to this same screen, and we will be changing a lot of our stuff.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you, to open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world. Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you. With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds. A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that. Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
Alright, let's go. Yeah. All right. And this looks like this is our body. So we'll go ahead and get in it.
The return to your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull. Adair watches over your body with a glazed look, taking long, even tokes from his pipe. At the first movement of your chest, he starts. His gasp, mid-puff, sends him coughing and straining for breath.
No, there's no way. You're awake. What are you doing awake?
What am I doing awake? Well,
How are you feeling?
um, I am in a lot of pain.
That might have been me. I've been slapping you a little harder each day, trying to wake you.
Yes, because that would work.
I never dreamed it'd work.
It did.
Adair stares with disbelief at what would likely be his slapping hand, examining both sides. He shrugs.
Oh my. Okay.
Well, you owe me.
Oh, now I owe you. Okay. All right.
I need to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
Uh-oh. Bad news. You are the steward.
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Cadnua.
Cadnua has been destroyed. Aethys possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby. It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely. The further Aethys withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire archipelago.
I was wondering like how we got on the ship, but okay, that makes sense.
I know how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul, and proximity to it has brought you back.
So we know all of this from Baraf, but we'll just remain silent.
Misfortune's brewing topside. Margaret fires the captain stirs.
An older man with ale sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
I know this is asking a lot, but you better arm yourself and get on deck. Should be some gear in there.
He indicates a nearby wardrobe.
All right, so this will be a mix of us arming ourselves and then also leveling up our character so that he has all of the OP stats that he requires to run amok in this game. So we'll go ahead and grab all of
Now make
this
some use of it.
and we'll start applying it. So we have this mail armor, we have our wand, and we have, what is this? A weathered grimoire. Great. Okay. And then we will hop into our cheat screen here for a second, and we need to add our OP ring, which is this magical ring here.
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious. I suggest you deal with them quickly.
All right, and that allows us to have 20 might, 20 constitution, 20 dexterity, 20 perception, 20 intellect, 20 resolve, 20 health restored, 1900% max health, 20 all defenses, 20 accuracy, 20 armor rating, 1900 healing done, plus 20 skills and immunity. So we have all of that, and that is only the beginning. So if we pop over into our character screen, Then we will pop over to our base stats and we will max all of these out. And then from there, our base skills, which we will also max out. And then from there, we'll level our XP up to the level by XP. We'll go ahead and give our max level. And we do this so that when we add abilities, well, you'll see once I pop over here. So we'll go ahead and minimize this really quick. We will close this so that we can level up, and we'll go ahead and pop into here. So this is the leveling screen. This is probably be the only time we see it for Ken. We'll see it a bunch more when we are leveling up our regular characters. But pretty much we'll go through and we'll add points for each level. The only thing about this game is you have to do each of the level ups separately. So it can be a little bit tedious, but we'll go ahead and get started. And yeah. So pretty much this will just be a lot of clicking that you'll see on my end. So feel free to grab a snack or something while we click through all of this. And there will be a way to add more ability points so that we can actually unlock all of these skills. It just takes a second to do all of that. But once it's done the first time, then we don't have to do it anymore. And I try and balance all of the things that I do skill-wise so that all of the numbers are close to being in correlation with each other. During the testing, we got close. So yeah, we shall see. And then all of these passive abilities will also have to enable. I didn't know that was a thing during the testing, so I did miss out on some passive abilities, but we'll make sure we grab them this time around. Alright, so we're going to add 21 ability points for the next unlock so that we can at least speed through this a little bit. If not, we'll be here for days. And then you can see we start unlocking all of those things. Alright, so these are all at 102, so we'll just start from the top. And we're still getting all of these to 102. So just keep going. Alright, and we will add another 21 points because why not? And let's just start unlocking. One of the things you will notice is, although we already started unlocking all of this, all of my passive abilities started to shift off the screen. So it may be that we don't even get access to our passive abilities, which that's okay. We can actually unlock them through the cheat there. So even if we don't get to unlock them on the actual screen, we'll still get to unlock them. Um, so not to worry. And yeah, we'll just keep on unlocking. And now we're up to level 14. And all of those are at 102, so go ahead and start unlocking these. And another 20 so that we can speed up our unlocking process. Unfortunately, there is not a way to unlock all of these at once. Even within our cheat menu, there was no unlock all abilities. It lets you unlock specific abilities, but you have to add them one at a time. And that was about as time consuming as this is. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way. Couldn't even remember where I left off. And I'll use that 103, so we'll bump that. And we go here. It's another. And we're up to level 19 now. Yeah, so this will be the only one where we'll get to pretty much click on everything. When we start having to level up the rest of the characters in the party, we'll have to be more aware of what we are unlocking because those proficiencies and the skills and abilities. Of course, they're also all the characters are of a different party as well, so that will also add to the tacticalness, I guess, if you want to say, of choosing what skills will work. And we added 30 this time, just so we can kind of speed through the rest of this. Alright, we're almost at 104 for everything. What is this? Not the quarterstaff. Okay. Alright, we do cap out at level 33, which is a mod in the game. I believe the initial mod or the initial level is 20, and they allow you to cap out at 33. But with that, it also changed how many ability points you would get per leveling up, which is why sometimes you see us get 2, sometimes you see us get 1. And that was the modder's way of balancing the higher level, which kudos to them, whatever works. We don't mind a little balancing every once in a while. Oh, I messed something up. The one thing I don't like about their ability screen is just the way everything kind of shows up. And when you get a new weapon proficiency, you get new abilities with it. And those new abilities, they unlock on the. They have different unlocks for each level. So every time you go into the screen, you'd have to backtrack for like all of these that have been unchecked, or not unchecked, but they haven't been accessed yet. But that's okay. We'll get to them as well. All right, level 29. We'll add another, say, 15 ability points. And then that way we can have the ones we messed up here. And, grab these, that crossbow. And then we still have some more we need to unlock. But we are ending on our last couple of levels, so we need to make sure that we grab all of these. So that's another 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. So we need at least 11. A little bit more than that now. We only have like one more level or so. We'll go ahead and do the 11. And we'll give it to Alchemy 3. And I believe that's going to be all of them. So to do this, we'll have to we'll probably have to remove these ability points so that we can move into the next screen. So let's see, do that, and do this, and that, and there we go. All right, empower. You can empower your abilities for yourself once per fight. Okay. To empower an ability, click on the action bar and then select the ability you want to empower. To restore resources, click that, then click your character's portrait or selection circle. Great. We just went through the leveling up, and then Grimoire. Grimoire allows wizards to cast spells they have not yet learned, which is that book that we had in our inventory. So pretty much we have all of these skills that we just unlocked. We do need to add in our passive abilities. So we'll hop into the screen really quick and we'll add abilities. And we'll go ahead and add all of these since we weren't able to unlock them in the original screen just because we had too many mods. We do have mods that allow us to change or we added new spells. And I believe we added maybe some new races or something. I don't remember too much about which mods got added or not. But that's okay. Another 20 to go. Alright, there are other abilities here. You can do like weapons and spells and phrases. I'm not 100% sure what the phrases do just yet, so we won't do anything for that. But yeah, so we will head out.
If we don't get out there now, we'll have lost by the time we do.
Alright. Hey, going. And I may have to adjust my camera depending on.
What have we here? A little sloop, lost and alone in the storm.
So a surly, brutish-looking captain stands stiff back before his crew. He scowls as he assesses you, his hair whipping about his ears in the wind.
I'll be taking your ship now, if you don't mind. And especially if you do.
Well, we do mind.
Well, at least he asked.
I am a gentleman of fortune.
The captain shrugs in the sheeting rain before pinning you with a slow, murderous grin.
Give her up easy, and I'll see you get a swift death. It'll be bloody and agonising, sure. But at least it'll be quick.
So we're going to mount your skull in my cabin.
You know, I always thought that room was missing something.
We got a tutorial for dispositions really quick. So we've gained a reputation or disposition. Dispositions represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations sometimes bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad. Great. The captain tilts his head, staring impassively at the wind and rain whip as his scarred face. Even across the distance, you can make out the roughness of his expression, muscles in his jaw bulging.
Is that supposed to provoke me? Nah, I won't be riled by the likes of you.
What are the likes of me? You came to my ship and are trying to steal it. I don't understand.
Listen up, mates.
He cracks his neck as he addresses his
I'm
crew.
off to spear me a bigger fish, one with sharper teeth like. I'm trusting you lot not to cock this up. Don't damage the sloop when you take it.
Well, that's just rude. Why am I not the big fish?
Play with the crew if you like, but don't bring me any prisoners. None that are alive. You had bandwidth after.
Alright, so this is our combat. It's a little different than the regular combat because we didn't do, oh dang it, I lost the tutorial. Nope. There's a tutorial button somewhere. Maybe it's in the journal. Oh yeah, tutorials. Game system. Nope, combat. Maybe. Combat intro. Well, all right. I guess we'll just figure it out ourselves. So pretty much, this is turn-based combat. So, which is different than how the game usually runs, because usually you can just do. Which honestly, I'm curious if I can find the button to not put it in. I don't know what this means. All right. Well, I guess we are stuck with turn-based. So, whatever. We're gonna go ahead and we have lots of spells here. We'll use our jolting touch. Now, I don't know what happens next. So, do we end our turn or is it? Oh, well, no. Now I'm confused. I don't know how this works. Oh, okay. Whatever. So do I control all of the people, or do I just control myself? I don't know. Is there a way to turn off?
Defend the ship!
Yeah. So who controls you? Do you all control yourselves? I'm very confused. I should have just stuck with the regular stuff. It's fine. It is what it is. We're not going to do that because everybody's kind of close. So I guess we'll go back to our. We'll put it on him. All right. And then end the turn. Oh, there it is. Okay. Great. Where are you? Mine are missiles. Sure. Why not? Go ahead and pump that up that way. Oh. Well, I don't know how this works then, because how are you able to do that? Is my turn over now? Okay. I guess so. Oh, you've been hobbled. Where are you going? For someone standing right in front of you, point blank range, and shooting you, I don't know how you can only inflict so little damage. It doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. And you're grazing him with a sword. Explain this to me. And you're like walking in circles. I don't get it. Um, Whatever. Let's see. Eats away at a target's spirit, inflicting corrosive. Sure, why not? Sounds fun. Then do I just end my turn? I guess. This is weird. Oh, okay.
Storm's picking up! Take cover!
Alright, we've defeated the pirates, but we're not out of trouble yet. The storm picks up, lashing your ship and driving you dangerously close to a rocky shore. The Defiant's crew hurries to reduce sail and batten down the hatches. They work quickly, but the ship is still listing heavily. Just then, a loose crate tumbles towards you, gathering speed on the rain-slick deck. It misses you, but knocks Chatupek, one of your deckhands, off his feet. The Defiant heaves. Chatupek pitches over the side. He grabs onto the rail, but his fingers are slipping. He cries out for help. Meanwhile, the runaway crate totters on the edge of the deck, ready to plunge overboard. You recognize the symbol on the front and realize it likely contains the salvage from Cadnua, your keep. Do we rescue Chatupek or save the crate? We're going to rescue Chatupek. We grab Chatupek's arm just as his grip fails. For a tense moment, he hangs suspended over the rolling sea. Then, with a mighty tug, we pull him back onto the deck. You hear a heavy splash. The crate from Cadnua is gone. Chatupek, meanwhile, nods in gratitude and hurries to his station. Meanwhile, the storm has nearly driven you ashore. A flash of lightning reveals a treacherous coastline and Eothas striding into the distance. The lookout barely has time to shout a warning before the Defiant runs aground. The impact hurls you from the deck and into a froth of waves, bodies, and splintering debris. You struggle toward the beach just ahead, even as the surf tugs you toward the open sea. You kick and paddle with all your might until at last you feel sand between your fingers. Pulling yourself ashore, we collapse. Alright, here we are.
You've been getting a lot of sleep so far on this trip. I woke you, but you look so peaceful with your face in the sand.
Peter runs fingers through his hair and removes a strand of seaweed he finds lodged there. He examines it closely and then tosses it into the sand.
If you're worried about the ship, you can stop worrying. It's wrecked right over there.
He points out the Defiant, despite it being difficult to miss from your vantage point.
So far, it's just you and me and the chair lady over there.
Peter nods towards something further up the beach.
It's a relief to see you awake, my lord. I worried you were in for another long sleep.
Your steward appears to be lodged between some rocks. Despite this, her tone is warmly cheerful. What happened? Well, no. Where are we? It's a better question. Where are we?
Oh no, but it's real pretty.
Difficult to say for certain. The Deadfire is spotted with islands, some quite small. The good news is that if the storm hasn't spun us round entirely, I'd say we're in charted waters. I believe the Valian Trading Company operates in the region.
So, the Valian Trading Company is an outward-looking mercantile order from the Valian republics. The 30,000 employees are tasked with delivering profit on the homeland's investment In the Deadfire, this means refining and exporting luminous Adra in enormous quantities.
Hence that little visit from that wretched pirate captain.
So, can we patch up the ship?
I'm afraid I won't be much assistance in that regard. And not to doubt Master Adair's capacity, but even he would need supplies.
That's true. Steak, especially.
Patching the hull is only the start. You're going to need help getting the Defiant out to sea again. And a crew, for that matter.
Let's see about the other survivors. But somehow we gotta get the ship repaired. I don't want to be paddling out of here on a salvage raft.
For now, I'd say your best bet is to find some sign of civilization. If nothing else, we may be able to hire on a shipwright. My lord, if it is not too taxing, could you explain how it came to pass that you were returned to us?
Breath is giving me a sacred duty. I am to hunt Eothis for the other gods.
I've had worse jobs. Of course, cleaning stables won't get you stepped on by a god most days.
A perilous endeavor indeed. Castle or no castle, you are still my lord, and I will aid you to the best of my ability.
Here's that combat introduction. Oh, so it's pretty much the same as what we were looking at earlier. Okay.
Well, I suppose we better get a move on.
Alright, let's go. Alright, so Adair. He can be a fighter, a rogue, or a swashbuckler, which is a fighter and a rogue. It doesn't actually tell me what, but I can look at his ability tree. So, yeah, okay. We will go ahead and do fighter. And
Hey,
did he level up? It said level up on his head. Alright, let's take a look at him really quick. Oh, he has a mayoral medallion. Interesting. Where'd he get all this health from? What level is he? Did I mistakenly give him the same level as me? It's possible. I don't know. Well, doesn't say. So I have no idea. Oh, I did. He is a level 33 fighter somehow. Alright, well, let's go ahead and... Can I drop his level? Yeah, I can. He is going to be back down to... I'll give him level 3. And then can I make sure my guy is still the same level? Okay, cool. Alright. Great.
don't see why not.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and save our game. And this will be... our OP Gaming playthrough. And we're going to take a short break, grab some more water, and we'll be right back. All right, and we are back. So let's hop right in and let's get started. All right, so we got some bodies over here. Let's see if any of these people are alive. We got a wand, some minor healing.
Hope the rest of those sodden bastards made it.
Oops. Let's check on him.
I'll take care of this.
Help! Somebody! Blanca!
Excuse me. Looks like somebody needs help. So let's see if we can get on the ship. Oh, there's some loot there too. And the Defiant is looking far worse for wear after its unexpected landfall. The hull has splintered in several pieces along the keel, while the tattered sails stand as evidence of your battle with the pirates. The deck of the Defiant is well out of reach from here. The ship groans like a beached whale each time the waves roll in, but it doesn't seem to be listing further. You may be able to climb up. Great. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can climb, which we should be able to because, of course, we're OP, so it's usually not an issue for us. And we are on the ship.
Yes.
All right, let's see what's going on with
You're looking
Irina.
better, Casita. That's worse off than I thought.
The sheen of sweat on her brow and the wand casts to her features.
It's my leg, Matico. It hurts even worse than it looks.
What happened?
I was a stubborn Postinaga. I was trying to fasten this mess down when we struck shore. Barrel rolled right over my leg.
Okay.
Everything we've been through, and I'm nearly done in by a cask of rum.
Have you seen anybody else?
Funny thing, it's hard to see much from the underside of the barrel.
Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll carry you back down.
Quite romantic, Casita. I'll try not to hold it against you if you drop me.
Okay. Let's see. Do we need to talk to her anymore?
There must be other survivors out there.
I got some loot here. Let's walk this way. There was some loot in this crate over here. Yeah. We got a grappling hook and lockpicks. Oh, there's a body over here. Which has leather armor and a Principe hat. Oh, and something else over here. Let's see, what is this? Spire sponge. Ingredients. We found an ingredient. Ingredients can be used to enchant unique weapons, armor, and shields, as well as to craft food, scrolls, potions, and other items. Okay. Let's see. I can't do anything with you. Is there someone?
Nicely done, my lord. You will have need of a crew if we're to get anywhere.
Yes. Oh, I missed some more loot, which has fire, kelp, and water. Great. Let's check on. We got some ale, copper pan, and a shield. Alright, we'll take all of that. We've already checked on her. Looks like we can't go any further down that way. So I'll pop up this way. And let's see. Oh, there's some people over here.
Is that you?
It is I. El Ingram appears to be in sound condition. Though his wax jacket is soaked through, he appraises you with a bleary eyed amusement.
You woke just in time for the fun. Fighting off motherless raiders one moment, flung into the freezing depths of Ondra's bosom the next. Aye, Magran learns us poor bastards that a little excitement's good for the heart.
We'll say the last Magronite to travel wasn't quite up for the goddess challenge.
Aye, poor Durance. May the mad Horston see better days come the next turn of the wheel.
Can we go back on the ship now?
Villa rocks backs on the heels of her feet, watching you both. Let's see. Villa, don't let Ingram be a bad. Oh no, you're still drunk, aren't you?
Kindling, Watcher.
His beard provides some cover for his smile, but his eyes twinkle playfully. Okay, shouldn't you be helping?
Oh, but I am, Captain. I pray for the dent to test ourselves anew against the pirates. We'll nail let them slip away a second time.
Alright, any idea where we should start?
I heard some hollering by the Defiant. Worth spying on, just in case someone went cast from the deck onto the strand.
Alright, let's see if I can find somebody else.
I'll start a fire.
Alright. Oh, there's a whole thingy here. Little boar.
Sweet.
Combat attack results. All characters in the game have 4 defenses against attacks: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on their attributes. Okay. Great. We'll go ahead and I guess we can use this on it. I don't know why he has to be so close, but whatever. Great. I really want to know if there's a way to turn off the turn-based, because I don't like it, and I'm not sure if that is something that I can do outside of the game, just like in a save file somewhere. Because I don't like it. Guess we can't do anything. Well, let's see. There's something happening with my mouse. Okay. Oh, let's see. Difficulty. No. Globals. No, it doesn't look like anything in there either. I don't see anything in achievements, no. Well, this sucks. It's disappointing. But alright, here's what it is. Can't do anything about it now. Oh, there's a soul here.
Hey, fancy seeing you here.
The spirit's voice warps and shifts, muted as if by great distance. Even so, he grins brightly at you.
I can't see much of anything really, apart from you. Just endless gray. What happened?
I'm afraid you didn't make it.
It's weird. I thought death would be different. Big light and so on. But I don't see anything at all. Just you.
Well, Barath has charged me with guiding souls to the afterlife, so I suppose you're my responsibility now.
Oh. Suppose that sounds nice enough. I'll follow you then, shall I?
Come along. The spirit falls into step behind you, radiating sheer.
Suppose you're stuck with that. I think.
Oh, a wild boar. Abilities. So each character has their own ability bar. Yep. Use an ability, click it. Some abilities automatically target the user. Yep. Most abilities draw power. Yep. Unlike barbarians and fighters, druids, priests, and wizards do not have a common resource pool for all their abilities. Instead, in each fight, they can cast a number of spells from each spell level they have access to. Chanters, ciphers, and monks start with a fraction of their total resource pool and must build it up over time in each fight. Each class gains their resource in a different way. Unlike all other classes, they can continue to replenish their resources throughout a fight. Okay. So let's go ahead and switch it up. Let's see, what are you? A freezing pillar. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, we can't do it until the next round? Well, that's annoying. By that time, he's probably gone. Alright, let's see if we can do something else. Let's try this instead. Oh, look at that. And he didn't drop any loot. Okay.
Watcher, over here.
Oh, another one. Can we just hit you with some electricity? Or how about this corrosive spell? No. Sure, whatever. End my turn. Yeah, it didn't do anything because he moved.
Here we go.
It's dumb. Alright, let's talk to him.
It is good to see you well, Watcher. I believe the boars were hoping for easy meat.
Chitupe greets you with a relieved nod and checks the pistol at his hip. Oh, this is the guy we saved.
The bosun, Theodore, is in that cave over there. Ran in after a boar. Stubborn old dwarf.
What happened?
After we made landfall, you mean? I woke and Theodore was close by, swearing fit to bring Andra's wrath upon us a second time. We began to search for supplies. I came over this way in hopes of gathering some of that blood moss over there. I thought it might be of use. I imagine the boars had the same idea.
And why are you out here and not in the cave?
I was able to calm one of the boars with a spell. For a time, at least. By the time I was through, I had lost sight of Baal. I remained here, hoping he would return quickly. He has not.
Alright, go back to the beach. We'll meet there. I'll find Beardo.
Sounds fine to me. See you there, Captain.
let's go ahead and we'll swing up this way, see if we see anything. Oh, another spirit. Oh, okay, guess we can't talk to her. There's something over this way. I wonder how we get to that. Okay. Yeah, I guess we are going into the sea cave. Right. We're going to pause it right here for just a second. Save our game. Actually, I believe we can just do a quick save. Is that F5? Yeah, great. And I'm going to run to the restroom really quick, and we'll be right back. All right, so we are back. While I was on my little bathroom break, I did a little searching to see if we could get out of tactical mode for the game, and I did find a debug option that lets you remove tactical mode. So tactical mode, or sorry, turn-based is disabled. So we should be able to use the
I guess we're not the first to head this way.
regular type of so we found a torch, some repair supplies, and hardtack. And let's see, over here we got some pox cap. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but it must be an ingredient of some kind.
Looks like trouble.
Alright, so we are in combat. We are auto-paused, so we can choose what we'd like to do. So I am going to use some... I haven't used this yet. Yep, we're going to use some level 9 powers here and just put out a massive silo of some kind. Alright, so we killed the cave beetle. Looks like we dropped some loot. Let's creep forward a little bit.
I see them.
Oh. I'm glad you saw. I didn't. I will enter stealth mode. And let's see. See if we can cast some lightning on this guy. Why he gets so close, I don't understand. Like, I wish I could figure it out, because he gets entirely too close. Like, do you have to be that close? Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe we stop using the jolting touch. And we use some other type of electricity, maybe. Is there... Oh, there's a whole arc of lightning thing, so maybe we try that. Oh, that's better. It's much better.
I'll take care of this.
Alright, yeah, we'll try that instead. Because I don't know what the other stuff is we got going on there. Great, there's a body up here with some lockpicks, some golden something, and a waterlogged note. So, let's get him out of stealth mode real quick.
Just the thing.
And let's go ahead and see if there's anything good in this chest. We got some Valiant Fork Coat, minor healing, and a golden something or another. And there's nothing else there, so then we'll jump back down. Just look map wise. Okay, we're in the corner. Make sure there's nothing over here really quick. Oh. Got cave coral. Alright, and let's jump up this way. See if we got anything over here.
I'll take care of this.
We got some pox cap, whatever that is. And let's swing around and see if we have anything good over here. There's something on this table. We got Deadeye, which is a drug. Lockpicks and fresh fruit. What's this drug do? +5 accuracy, 15 chance to interrupt on scoring hit for 189 seconds. Okay. We'll take all of that.
Go. Fall back.
Why do we fall back? Oh. Interesting. I don't know what you are, but let's find out. Great. Let's see, what other like level 9 skills do we have that'd be kind of fun? What are you? A cloak of death. That looks like somebody's closer to us. Create a field of arcane energy around the caster, reflecting hostile targeted spells back at the casters. Localized pocket of time. Illusory magic. Okay. Temporal acceleration. Rapidly cast spells at the cost of your own life. How would you use that? Great. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, we can put him in a cocoon. That'd be fun. Follows across the battlefield, inflicting raw damage and leaving them weakened. Sure. Let's do that. Great. Go with the dead?
What's a metal killing machine doing out here by himself in a cave anyway? Collecting his thoughts?
Hold on. You have binding copper. Let's see what's over here. You got cave coral, repair supplies, and Eric. What is this? Okay.
Indeed.
Doesn't look like anything else really. A dozen paintings, no dude and worthless.
The art looks about as good as it smells at this point. Well, that's gonna be hard to clean.
Is that a person or a child? I think it's a person. Well, children are people as well. But, I mean like a... You know what I meant. A small child or an adult.
What's this?
Oh, traps.
Damn pirates! Audra, take your scabrous souls for fish food.
Oh, it's Beadle. Okay.
Hey, dog. Still alive and calling everybody scabrous, I see. Well, now we got a bosun. Just need a boat.
Adair, and I see that corpse we've been carting around is looking slightly more sprightly.
Excuse you.
Good to see the two of you, but mind your step. I've got myself in a spot of trouble.
Yeah. You keep back talking. I'm gonna leave you there too.
And trying to find a way past without losing a leg or getting a face full of poison.
Let's see. Do you want to take care of them? Guide them through? I think we'll set off the traps. With heavy stones, we won't make them walk through.
Whatever that. Oh, it's a good thing none of them were of the exploding variety. Ingram would have gotten a kick out of that, I bet. It's just bats and stinking corpses in this cave. Find anyone else?
He generally sets his weight on his injured foot, grimacing. We've got a campfire going on the beach.
But I'll head that way myself. See you on the beach, Captain.
All right, see you on the beach. Oh, there is another trap. Oh. What do we do with this barrel? Okay. Alright, let's disarm this trap. Let's see, any of this stuff we can click on outside of this chest? No? Alright. Go ahead and disarm this chest and open it. We got a breastplate and Andra Tara. Okay. Oh. There's loot here. More water. Oh. Okay. What do you do? Oh. Well, we could just make you active. If that's the case, okay. Can I make... whatever. Oh, yeah, what did I do? I don't know how I killed him. Whatever.
Hmm?
Sure. We'll turn on the for both of them. Why not? Who cares? Oh, there's another body here. It's the crossbow, Principe leather armor, and a Principe hat. Okay. I guess let's keep going this way then. Let's see what's up this way. Oh,
Be advised.
there are bats. Okay. Well, take that back. There is one bat. Oh. Well, that's cool. So, Bestiary. Defeating creatures will progressively unlock their entries in the Bestiary. As you unlock more information in the Bestiary, you'll be rewarded more experiences. Cool. Engagement. Okay. And yeah, we already know about all of that. So yeah, great. Cool. So we got some cave coral, and we got a fang. Some mushrooms up here. And is that it?
What do you need?
I don't need anything. I didn't mean to click on you. Sorry. Oh. Maybe just be closer. Great. What are you? The waters here glow an eerie blue, and the cave glistens with reflected light. You can just make out an opening in the cavern wall to the northwest, where the water floats onward. The tunnel seems to extend a short distance before turning sharply, but you cannot see where it leads. Let's go ahead and send somebody through. Oh, you got 13 athleticism. I guess we'll send you. Adair sets out a good pace, cutting through the water with confident strokes. Nearly to the far side of the tunnel, Adair finds a space to come up for air. With a place to rest along the way, the swim should be more manageable. Alright, let's swim through. Air pockets provide a much needed reprieve as you make your way through the cramped waterway. You make short work of the journey. You come up into what appears to be another smaller cavern where sunlight streams in from an opening in the stone. Okay. And anything over here? Let's see, we got more incarp. And there was something about Valario's rest. Alright. So this is that spot that we were talking about.
Told you not to bring that thing in there. Didn't like the look of it one bit. But no one dared speak more of this precious animancy tech.
The ghostly figure paces the length of the small outcropping with quick, deliberate steps. Muttering to herself all the while, her long cape flaps with a wind that blows from the in-between.
Special gift from his contact, he says. It's acting all weird. Gives me the damn creeps. You feel it too, right? Like it's looking straight through you?
She turns piercing purple eyes on you. She shakes her head and resumes her pacing.
I'm out here to get away. Couldn't stand it staring at me anymore. Then... No, my memory's fuzzy. Anyway, you want to bend this? Haven't seen you for, but he's been bringing all sort of new folks on lately. Can't hardly keep track.
Let's see. What do we want to do? What's animancy tech?
Oh yeah, one of the crew got it off those Valian bunkholes. The ones what with the fancy ships and jaunty caps.
We swipe things from them all the time.
Okay. Well, you're dead, so no idea how to tell you that.
Spirit? Wait a tick, is that why everything's all grey? Hell, that explains some things. And here I thought maybe I just bumped my head. Look, maybe we should stick together. Feels right, you know? But with you being the only other thing around and all. I can give you a hand with, spirity stuff.
Yeah, we can take you.
I tell you, mate, I'd take anything over this endless grey. Even Remagon's frosty arsequake.
The spirit tries to give you a friendly pat on the shoulder, but her hand passes right through you. Unperturbed, she grins and walks along behind you. So, do we just collect these like the Pokemons? We just grab them and go? We must. Okay. Well, back into the sea cave. Great. You know what? I'll bump up the music volume just a little bit. Great. Let's pull up the map. Did we miss anything? Does not look like it. Looks like everything was discovered. So let's get out of here. Well, maybe. Oh, I forgot. We have to actually swim through. The pool is still and quiet. Having made the arduous swim once already, you are fairly confident you can find your way back. Alright, now we can pop over here and get back. I'm curious. I wonder if, because I have the level scaling on, I wonder if that scales my companions. I wonder if that's what it is, and not the enemies. Alright, so that's off. I don't know how we. Okay. That's fine. Now I'm curious. Can I
Yeah?
pull you back up? So base stats. No. No. Base skills. No. Those are all fine. Can we level you up? No? Okay. No idea. Reputation. The Watcher's reputations and dispositions are displayed on the reputation wheel. Your companion reputation wheel displays their reputations with other party members and any biases they might have. Alright, so does not respond to criticism of or hostility toward the followers of Eothas. Either has a negative reaction to people who are cruel or callous toward animals, and dare distrust the leading key and those who make excuses for it. We don't have any of these right now, so great. And that's just our ability tree. And that's our appearance. Great. Alright. Anything else? Oh, what? You can export him and I just didn't know. Wow. That means I could have brought over my character. Oh, isn't that something? Alright, we're gonna export him just to be safe. Alright, we'll finish this. We'll go ahead and quick save. And we shall continue.
Let's see what I know.
Oh, wait. Everybody. Anything we've missed so far? Alright, looks like we need to continue east. We grabbed all of that, right? Yeah, we did. Oh, wait, we can go back over here. Should have all our people over here now.
I'll boil up some water. We'll have a spy at that leg of yours.
Should have seen me with that barrel.
Good news, Captain. I found some supplies must have washed ashore.
Oh, great.
Even better. I've located some spirits. The mundane kind, I mean. Nothing that requires your talents, Watcher.
You seen any other survivors?
We've come away from this one limping, Captain. But we live to see the next battle through.
Alright, well, what do you think we should do now?
It's just the lot of us now, Captain. You'd best head into town, see about supplies and repairs. I'll keep an eye on the ship.
And do you know anything about this island?
Definite here. I ken that much. Means we're a sight better off than we could be.
So, Kith. Kith is used to describe the dominant civilized races of Eora, including humans. Great.
Of course, it's surely pirate territory. They have a number of bolt holes out this way. I may be surprised if that cave up north is one of them. Could be they lie in wait for us even as we speak.
Alright, let's see. Can we talk to other people?
Agran gives some of us simpler trials than others.
I suppose we were lucky to have found land. What a mess. We'll be needing help getting the Defiant off the ground.
You know anything about this place?
We got turned around in the storm. Hard to be sure just where we are.
Alright, and what do you think we should do?
Not much chance of us moving the ship on our own, but we're in uncharted waters. There's bound to be a town nearby.
Alright.
Theodore said you had to bail him out of trouble. Events? Was he crying? You can tell me.
Oh, quiet. We're under a damned barrel.
Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and head east. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our journal really quick. So, Helping Hands will search for members of our crew. I believe this may be completed. Success is like that. Is this completed? I don't know. Is there a completion list? Oh, show completed. Great. Don't show the completed. We don't need to worry about those. Stranded. Alright, so the Defiant has run aground after suffering an attack by pirates, bringing a temporary halt to the hunt for Eothas. Seek out a means of repairing our ship, and then to hunt a god. In the aftermath of the storm, Eothas' trail threatens to grow cold. Any chance of catching up to him relies on finding some hint of his presence on the island. Explore the island. Great. Alright. Oh, and here we go. The Forgotten Sanctum has been installed. You will automatically begin the quest. Okay, so this must be the DLC that we have. Secret Slayer Survivor has been installed. Great. So that's those are the DLCs that we got when we bought the game. So we'll go ahead and I'm assuming this is like the world map. Can we walk this way? Maybe not. Maybe you can't cross water. Okay, well, that makes sense. Willow Nuts Fork. In the distance, you see a simple wagon. The angle at which it rests on the road, one side jutting above the other, suggests that it has been damaged or disabled. Even from your vantage, you can make out Kith milling around it. Let's go ahead and get a little bit closer. As you near the cart, you make out a group of Redstone pilgrims in rough spun linens and cottons. A single draft horse stamps at the ground impatiently. as two of the pilgrims argue over the front right wheel, which seems hopelessly stuck in the mud. You seem friendly-ish. We'll go ahead and approach. One of the pilgrims notices you. Her step back draws the attention of the others, and a man in well-worn gambeson steps forward. The weight of deep concern hangs on his face. Did the dreams bring you here as well? The other pilgrims look to you with a mix of apprehension and hope. No, the dreams. Well, no, the dreams didn't. But I'm following Eothas. The older pilgrim's mouth opens in amazement. You hear a gasp from another. They look at each other, excitement in their eyes. Praise him, the old man cries out. We are not alone. We had the dreams too. We saw the three stars sailing through the sky, piercing the black of a storm cloud. Figured it must be him. Eoth is calling to us. So we came here, to the place we saw in our dreams. The pilgrims look around, matching their sleeping memory to the present. We saw the giant pass, with three stars on his brow, but he sighs and gestures to the wagon stuck in mud. Sad to say, we could not follow him. Will's stuck as stuck gets. None of us are strong enough to lift that corner up to get something under it. More than one of us tries, and we just get in each other's way. The other pilgrims nod and stretch, suddenly remembering their aching bodies. Let's take a look at the wagon. A brief inspection reveals that the wagon is undamaged, but the wheel is stuck fast in the mud. We have some wood, the old man says as he gestures to the back of the wagon. If we can get the wheel up, we can slide that neath it. Inside the wagon, you see several planks of wood. A small box of valuables sits on the side. One of the younger Dawn Stars looks at you, eyes wide. Reckon you can lift it? Yeah, we can lift it. Attempt to lift the corner of the wagon. And we'll go Ken. You swear yourself to the wagon's corner, squat deep, and wrest the wheel from the mud with a grunt. A young Dawn Star stands in shock for a moment, but reacts in time to thrust a thick board beneath the wheel. It takes the better part of an hour to lay down a safe path for the wagon to roll free of the mud. You and the Dawn Stars you've roped into your work glisten with sweat, but they laugh happily, singing songs of praise for Eothas. Results: 2 hours passed. Well, okay. Smiling, their leader presses a small pouch of coins into your hand. We appreciate the help. Without you, who knows how long we would have been stranded out here. They begin to prepare their wagons as you take your leave. So we've gained 15 silver finning, and the items put in our stash. Silver finning has a value of 6 CP. I don't know what CP are, but the old man calls out to you as you go. Take care of yourself and your soul, slaver. Slaver. Good gosh. Traveler. Whether you come for Eothas or not, we know in our hearts that he has come for us. All right. Great. So let's go to the east some more. Let's see what's out in this way. Wakuru Pass. Those are some big footprints. All right, let's see. The trail before you seems thoroughly disturbed by erratic tracks. The sparse plants to the immediate sides of the path roughly mangled. A struggle may have occurred here. Let's search the area. It takes you only a few moments to make sense of the chaos. No blood spatter suggests it was not a fight, and you easily identify the clawed prints of Zarips. The tracks seem recent. A dry and ropey vine has been tossed across the path and inexpertly covered in dirt. Beyond, a group of robed figures cringe and cower at a nearby river's bend. Each is frozen in place, ashen and gray, like statues crafted of soot. Let's go ahead and disarm the trap. Though the trap seems simple, you take care to disarm it and collect its component parts. So we gained a corrosive cloud trap. Continue forward. You continue down the path without further interference. Oh, okay. So were they dead? Like, could I save them? I don't know. Oh, there's something else down this way. What is this? Hard track. No idea what that is either. But okay. Aim within dig site. What are you? Do I want to go here now? I don't know. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can I take this? Oh, I can't. Okay. Let's look at the map for a second.
I'll take care of this.
It looks like lots of copper. Should we be here already? Like, I mean, I don't know. It said explore the island, so I don't see why we couldn't be here. But at the same time, like, maybe we shouldn't.
Okay.
And like, maybe we should be somewhere else. Alright, we're gonna go down. Why not? Who cares? It's choose your own adventure, right? Maybe we'll get some good loot from this place.
I'll take care.
We got more hardtack. I don't know what hardtack is, but there seems to be a good amount of it around here. Alright, nothing that way. Is this like abandoned? Oh, that was golden. This one's gold too. Oh, is that a boar? Oh, yeah, there's a lot of them. And some type of a worm. I don't know what a worm is, but woo! These spells are something else. So we got tusk, claw, leathery wing, and another claw. And a silver loose. That one's silver. Let's see what's on the table. We got a pistol, scroll of minor healing, and another journal page. And
I'll take care of this.
okay, that doesn't look ancient. What is this place? We'll keep going around. Ancient training hall. A torch and lockpick. Is this like recent? Copper pan, sprawled note, and grog. Okay. There's even a sublevel. What is this place? Is it like some dueling ground of some kind? I'm just faster than you both. Oh. So there's salt, silverfin, and rice wine. Okay. And there's more of these statues here. I wonder if this stuff is like, I don't want to say hard to come by, but because it's going to be important later. All this stuff. Oh, is that a jaguar or something?
No. Fall back.
Well, we're going to go down there. Because why not?
Hey,
Oh, these are panthers. Lovely. Oh, don't get yourself hurt, please. Oh, is that a dragon?
Wood and rock. Cameroonians.
I like letting the AI fight. It's easier than me trying to pick through everything. Lots of fangs and claws. That's it. That's all we got. And more water. And vegetables. Okay. Now, what is this? What are you? A generator. Metal grinding on metal. Okay. So, interesting. More rice wine. What's in this sack over here? Fish and hagfish. Okay. Alright. So, I think we still need to go up. Yeah. I think I still need to investigate over here. So we'll swing that way. Oh, wait. Several women and men and women appear to be locked inside a cage of some kind. They're little more than silhouettes behind the glass, pointing and gesturing excitedly.
You out there, are the beasts gone?
Yes, they are. The woman turns away to have a muffled exchange with the other. Then she pulls at something by the door, and you hear a rattling clink. Oh, there are people in there. Wow.
Perfect. We are saved.
A youngish man with bright eyes and a twitching smile clasps his hands in joy as he steps out of the cage. The woman next to him, however, remains sober.
Governor Clario must have sent you to rescue us, no? But you do not look like one of his guards.
She rises onto the balls of her feet and peers behind you as if searching for someone else. She looks to be only midway into her 30s, though the serious set of her mouth makes her seem older. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. An older woman hawks an impressive gob of phlegm onto the ground and kicks a clump of dirt over it.
I told you the governor does not care about us. This is all about profit. For him, the rest of the Valian.
Tell us then.
So, are these the governor's I don't understand. Who's the governor? Maybe the governor's in that town we were supposed to be going towards? I don't know.
You are here, and that is what matters.
So, what are y'all doing?
hiding, of course.
Oh, thank you, Captain Obvious. I meant before you were hiding. Um, the corners of his mouth spasm. The cranky old woman next to him sighs and lays a comforting hand on his arm.
We were taking measurements of the luminous adder when something strange began happening.
Fascinating. The pillar started to dim. The ground shook, and our instruments showed unusual variations.
That's when those of us with a grain of sense got into the cage.
So what happened then?
The Colossus, some kind of construct made from luminous adder. It passed through the arena toward the pillar. Moments later, the pillar went dark, and all of our colleagues outside the cage froze, like they turned to ash.
So she's describing kind of what was shown at the other space we were just at with the Zia something. I don't remember how you pronounce that, but they were ashen too. So I guess whatever affected them also affected those other people.
That is when the panthers and wolves showed up. Started going through the tents. It was awful, like Engfirth.
Vanessa shoots him a furious look, and he falls silent again. A confused and slightly injured expression crinkles her face.
Some of our people are still missing in the ruins, including Odorisi, our lead researcher. It is possible he managed to hide.
We'll go look.
Most of the ruins are that way, through the door next to the ramp. If you're going below, you should take Engfirth with you.
Hey, he looks just like...
A sharp-featured elf comes to the fore. As he meets your eyes, he gives you a knowing nod. He's earned a few new scars, but you recognize Aloth Corficer all the same. He taps a finger to his lips, a sly smile working its way across them.
Engfirth knows a great many spells. At first, he even cast fire to chase away the panthers.
Until the flames nearly caught one of the tents.
We then decided it would be better to preserve our remaining supplies, in case we ever put out.
I do not expect the ruins will be any safer. Many of our people remain behind, which has surely attracted more wildlife. It would be prudent to take help, as long as Engfirth is willing to go.
I would be happy to assist.
So I guess we know him as Aloth, which I'm assuming that's a person from the previous game. We didn't play the previous game, so I don't really know. But we'll go ahead and accept his help. I don't know why he's hiding, but yeah.
Be careful. I'm Miko.
Miko means friend. Okay.
I shall try. Thank you for your discretion. I'm certain you have many questions, but I fear they must wait until we're off this island. That's a rather long story. The short version for now is that I'm gathering information on local animancy operations.
So animancy is the science of soul manipulation. Controversial and relatively new, banned in some nations, but permitted in other countries. Okay.
But I could ask you the same.
Yeah, we'll tell them the truth. I'm saying why
There's
not.
never a dull moment with you.
That's true.
We can speak more freely once we're away from Port Marche. For now, let us find Odorisi.
Okay, so do we want him to be a wizard? Which we're wizards, so we don't really need another wizard, per se. I like the battle mage. That sounds fun, but Adair is a fighter, so maybe we'll be a spellblade, and he can be rogue. Sure, we'll do that. Why does everyone keep getting all this health?
Oh?
Did you just bump in level 2? Probably. Yeah, how are you level 33? I don't understand. How does this keep happening? Something is off here. Weird. Oh, that's a dare. Yeah, how are you level 33 as well? Can you be level 3? I'll go this way. It's weird. Yeah, not too sure what's happening there, but whatever. Is what it is. And I also don't get to level them up for some reason. But they don't have the abilities like that. So, I don't know. Maybe when I reload the game, it'll have the stuff. Who knows? Whatever. Alright. Let's see. Anything else I need to investigate out here before we go? Oops. We'll investigate the rest of the outside, and then let's see what's next. What are you? Gosha. No idea what that is. And can't get over that way. Alright. Let's go ahead and swing around. Go up this ladder. And I need to go ahead and increase the volume once more. It's a little bit better. Okay. And let's see if anything else is out this way. Nope. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go back down. And I said we should take that one way, so we'll go the way that we talked about. I don't think I can say anything else to any of them. That should say go up, I think. And then the foreman's quarters, maybe? Alright, so we're going to quick save here. Well, actually, full save. And go ahead and overwrite this. Alright, so this has been Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. I thank you all for joining me this evening. We will probably be back with this for our next game as well. But I thank you all for your time, and you guys have a great night. Bye.